Shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Tat Sat. All of us remember in the days of our childhood when in different ways our parents, teachers make us understand the difference between a good child and a bad child. And they try to make us understand that we should be good girls, good childs. And we understand it especially as an issue of behavior. Means certain things that we do are good, certain things we do are not good, especially in relation to the disturbance that we are for our parents. If we do certain things that can disturb their peace, we are bad girls, bad childs, and when we do homeworks and we drink the soup, etc., we are good girls, good childs. If we don't fight with our sisters, brothers, whatever. And there are things that if we do, same thing. It's very related to what we do and we don't do. I remember certain games that when I play them with my sister, we become bad boys, bad girls. And of course, if we behave nice and don't fight, etc., we don't disturb the parents, so we are a good boy and good girls. And the school is the same thing. All the issue of to be good or bad was based on certain actions, certain behaviors. It's like we come to this world and the first thing we meet is a long list of do and don't do. Slowly we grow, and in our young age, we understand that in order to be popular, there are certain things that we should do and certain things that we should never do, and that's go on all our life. Then, when we become whatever, a member of a political party, we can be communist, capitalist, Zionist, whatever. There are certain things, in order to be communist or to be capitalist or whatever, certain things that you never will say or do and certain things that you should do. Same thing with spiritual paths and religions. Usually, when we know certain religious organization, if it's Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, Buddhist, the first thing that we meet is take your shoes, put your hat, take the hat. Depends where you go. No? Eat certain things, don't eat these things. Pray in this way, don't pray in this way. Repeat Mahamantra 16 rounds. Yeah. Or say Shema Israel or pray to our Father, go to the church. Don't go. If you go to the synagogue, for sure you are not Muslim. And if you pray our Father, you are not Jewish. It means certain things you do identify you with something, and certain things you don't do keep you outside. You come to Hinduism, same thing. You have do and don't do. You go to the temple, you never eat a steak. You cannot go to McDonald's. How? You are a Hindu, or Muslim, etc. You all know it very, very well. But when people become in touch with this teachings, they meet the problem. Because in this message, we talk about consciousness, about awareness. For these teachings, the essence of the spiritual path, and any spiritual path, is the recognition of awareness, the recognition of consciousness. And in that sense, people they come to me and say, okay, what is the sadhana? What is the practice? What to say, what not to say, what to pray, when to pray, how to pray. And then I say, what to eat. And when I say, I don't care what you do, people become very confused. Even disciples, after years, still they feel confused. Even disciples who want to be rebels against, they are a problem too. Because if you are a Hindu and you eat a steak, you can be rebel. I am out. If you are a Jewish and you don't go to Shachrit, don't put tefillin, you are in conflict with the religion. You can be a rebel, you can be out, you can be. But with this message, with these teachings, how can you be a rebel? How can you be out? The same problem of the one who wants to be in. I can dress in this way. I can dress in that way. Prabhuji, how you want us to dress? And I say, I don't care. You can dress whatever you want. Which name I have to use? A Sanskrit name? A long name? Or my original family name? And I say, whatever you want. People begin to enter in a drama because they become confused. Because what kind of message is, what kind of master is that I can continue to be the same as I was before? Meet him. What kind of message is that I can continue to live in the same way I lived before and still I am in? I need to do yoga. I need to do Tai Chi, Karate, meditate. What I have to do? And I say, you can do yoga, it's amazing. But if you don't do yoga, doesn't mean you are out or you are not my disciple. And still I say that the essence of this message is the recognition of consciousness. Doesn't matter what you do, because my emphasis is in how you do, not what you do. If the message is about awareness, about consciousness, the essential thing is the level of awareness that you do, the quality of your doing, the quality of your actions. And that is the difference between an action and an activity. An activity cannot be called an action for the simple reason that it is robotic. These cameras, they work. But we cannot call all that work that happens with the camera an action. It's an activity. When your cell phone, that I hope they are close, begin to do this song, that is not an action of the form. It's an activity that happens because certain mechanism, the light, electricity, etc. You see so many things here, but everything happens. Activities, not action. When you react to certain situations, circumstances, but you are not present. In the morning you wake up and you drink your tea, your coffee, your choco, whatever you take. And you are not in the choco, you are in the newspaper. And your wife, your husband say good morning and you say hi, how are you? But you are not in that question. You are not present in it because you are not in the choco, not in the newspaper, and not in the good morning. You are thinking about the work that waits for you. Then none of them is an action, it's an activity. You take the glass to the lips and you drink, but you are not there. That only happens, like this camera. You take the newspaper, but you are not there too. Happens. Your wife say, how was? You say, I sleep good, but you are not there. You say it mechanical. You become a robot. The difference between an activity and an action is only of quality. Machines, computers can pray. Computers can repeat mantras. You can put in a computer, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, and he will repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. That computer never will be a Shankaracharya. That computer never will be a Ramana Maharshi or Prabhupada or something like that. It's a computer, it's a machine. You can do puja, you can pray, you can do so many things, you can do mitzvot. But what is the value of an computers make precepts and go to synagogue, etc.? What is the value of it? The value of an action is totally different. If you stand in front of the trees in the forest and you are totally present, physical, mental, emotional, energetical, totally present, you are. And in that moment, even you don't do something, or you say Om with all your soul, with such alignment with existence, totally rooted in life, that is an action. You are connected to life, so that action is full of life, fresh. In that action can be a recognition of consciousness. And that for me is a religious action, is a spiritual action. You can run, you can dance, you can play bowling, you can play yo-yo, you can do whatever you want in a spiritual way. And you can pray, you can go to temples, you can do pujas, you can repeat mantras in a very unconscious, material way. For me, material and spiritual, the difference is of quality, not what you do, but the quality of you are doing. Robots can go to temples, but then doesn't matter what you, or you can dance to in a robotic way. Then you are disconnected from life. It's a you're not rooted in existence. You are totally disconnected. So, and people say, wait a moment, but if you say whatever you do doesn't matter, what matters is the level of consciousness, I can be aggressive, I can be miser, I can be violent, I can even kill with awareness. What is that? And I tell you that when you are aware, when you are conscious, when you are present, there are certain ways you cannot act. It's impossible to fight, to be aggressive, to lose control. Why we say to lose control is to lose consciousness if you are conscious. You cannot shout and be angry with somebody when you are totally conscious, when you are aware. You will discover that the source of every purity is awareness. You will discover that the source of the ego and everything what is irreligious is lack of awareness. And there is the emphasis of these teachings. Don't care so much about what you do. If you play bowling, don't play. This is not religious. This is not fit with a person who is spiritual. Or you dance, whatever. No, this is not. This is out. Out means out of life. Out means not out of some organization or some religious theology. It means out of existence. How can you be out of existence? You are existence. You are. The only way is if you are not present. And then you cannot make nothing religious. There is no sin. The original word sin in Hebrew is chet. That means to miss the point. To miss is like I have an arrow, I have a target, and I miss the target. Yeah. So whenever you talk, move, play, walk, dance, and you mean to do something, but you are not totally there, you miss what? The target. You miss life. You miss existence. You miss the present. You miss the now. You miss the here. Any action you do, even your silence, even do nothing. It's not what you do and what you do. Even do nothing. But if you sit to do nothing, in silence, and you're present, you put the emphasis. What is meditation? It's not to put the emphasis in the quality, not in the action itself. You sit and you do nothing. You don't need to do something, religious or irreligious. You only pay attention in the quality. Your body is present. Your mind is now. Your energy, your soul, everything integrated. Then you begin to go deep into this moment, in the now. You feel more rooted in the here. And then you will discover that in every now is a door to the eternity. Every here is a door to infinite. And every action is an invitation to recognize, to discover, to the revelation of consciousness, or what you really are, your real nature. So forget about what to do and what not to do, and concentrate. Be emphasis put in the quality of your actions. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri